activity in their job. This is his job. He's a musical director at this school, and man, oh man, he is very talented. It's so nice to be around someone I know and see them do their art for the first time in person, especially for the holiday season. Which kind of brings me to that. Time with family, a gift. Or with people you care about, it's a gift. Because they can be taken away. Yeah, I don't want to sound so dour, but obviously my friend John Lipinski dying this year was impactful. Just 6 months older than me. I knew him since 10th grade. How does this happen to someone around my age? Another woman I knew from karaoke here, her name was Jill. She passed in August. And then a shocking one, this person passed last year, but her name was Jennifer, and I worked with her at Lowe's, and she was just in her early 40s, and she had a young son. I could not believe it. I found out a year later that she passed. I think it was something with her heart. And it's just so crazy. I remember talking with her about Pirates of the Caribbean movies and things like that when I worked there. I just feel so bad for her son, a young boy. I think he was maybe 5 or 6, and he's never gonna get to celebrate any birthdays with her, graduation, if he gets married, none of that. It's heartbreaking. It's been a test for me. I'm very scared of death. Some people say not to be afraid of it, but it is scary. It is so final. If people that young can be taken away, I mean, dang. It could happen at any time. And I just don't want to be a statistic, I guess, is what I'm saying. I want to leave a mark, a positive mark. I want my life to have meant something. And I hope all of you out there are thinking the same thing. Don't just be a statistic. Just don't live day to day. Don't be down on your luck or feeling you are your circumstances. Since I live here, this is who I'm going to be. Well, I'm stuck in this job. That's all I've got. Or, well, my parents didn't really accomplish much, so I can't really do anything with my life. None of my friends have succeeded, or any of my other relatives, so I guess this is it for me. Ooh, I think like that. I don't know where Jennifer was working, but I mean, I know she left Lowe's, but she's never going to see what else happens with her life. Or poor Jill, she died from cancer. And she won't get to see her grandkids grow up. Just like my mom. It's been 3 years. She passed December 16th, 2018. It's been 3 years. I feel so bad that my niece won't get to know her like we did. She spent some of her life with her, but she just won't know what it's like, and it's heartbreaking. It is so final. If we are in a better place, who knows? That may be just a way of reassuring ourselves that our loved ones' souls are happy and free. And maybe they are, but we feel the pain of their loss. And of course, they'd want us to live on and carry the legacy and get on with our lives and make a difference, which is true. I mean, yes, pain is, you lose a parent or someone really close to you, a loved one. You've got to, acknowledge the pain. And you have to go through it, of course. You'd be crazy not to. I mean, if it's someone you really cared about, I understand it. If you need time to mourn for crying out loud. I mean, it doesn't get easier, but you have to figure time is going to go by no matter what, and your time will come up. And what did you do with it? So that's where I'm at. What will you leave behind? It's frustrating at my day job. I see so many mistakes. people filing injunctions against each other, parents filing against adult children or against neighbors, and then baby daddies filing against baby mamas filing against baby daddies, and people getting evicted, and lots of cases where people need to sue someone because they owe them money. And it's like, when will we ever learn? I listened again to the book Outwitting the Devil, and I've mentioned it before in my other shows. Basically, the author Napoleon Hill has an interview with the devil, and the devil has to reveal his secrets to him. And a lot of the things seem true based on what we experience as a society, that 98% of the population are drifters, and the other 2% are not. Meaning they are conscious of their thoughts, they're purposeful in what they do, and most of the population isn't, which I can see. We allow circumstances to dictate what our lives will be. We allow opinions to become facts. Certain beliefs rule our way of thinking. It's all about being able to be aware of your thoughts and not let yourself drift. And it happens so much. I just don't understand why we can't get past that. Some of us are so stupid. I hate to say it, but we are so stupid. We let things happen because we don't think. We just act without thinking. And it drives me crazy that so many of the mistakes in this world are because of that. Just thinking before you act can save so many situations you could get yourself into. It'd be less heartbreak, unwanted pregnancies, ruined relationships. A lot of people get into trouble with the law because of that. It's crazy. Why do we do this to each other? And other people take advantage of that too. How can I get away with this? Oh, let me do this behind their back. It's an endless loop that leads to nowhere. If we were to think about the end game, that might help, right? What is my end game here? What is the goal I'm trying to strive towards? What is the final result? So many people fight over the dumb things and they don't think about the end result. Like, which is best for me? Which is best for the other person? If you have kids, what's best for the kids? And it's so sad. It doesn't have to be that way. People just need to rethink things and approach things differently. Don't want to be a drifter. Definitely not. I've drifted way too many times in this life. And I've reached 51 years, and I'm trying to better that. Geez, I'd love to live 50 more years, By then I get it right, The first 51 years have been okay, but I know I can do better with the next 51, right? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I would love to be 100. It'd be nice to say I lived 100 years. And it was a life worth remembering. I left a positive legacy behind for my loved ones and made a positive impact. Made the world a little better when I was around. Don't you want that? And I know as artists, we can do that. We have done that throughout the years. Obviously, me doing this podcast is because of artists. Like the ones I've interviewed and ones I've yet to interview and ones that I admire. And doing the podcast has shown me that so many people have had some kind of impact on people's lives and made it through many obstacles to get their art out there. And some of them have been able to make an actual living doing it. So it is possible. That's my goal with this children's book. I never thought in a million years I would be delving into that world. But it's fun. It seems to be working. I'd like to have something that my granddaughter and niece can be proud of and say, that's my poppy's uncle that did that. And other kids can benefit from it and see where it goes from there. learning digital illustration has kind of rekindled my love for drawing because it's relearning it in a different way. And there's so many ways you can fine tune it and tweak it. I mean, you could stretch a face on a character in so many different directions now and make it just right. Even the littlest detail like a nose or a nostril. If it's out of place, you could just form it and move it around. The possibilities of what you can do digitally are limitless, really. I still have so much more to learn, and I'm ready to do it. And it's great to be able to draw again and enjoy the process, which I hope will shine through the pages of the kids' book, which will come out in 2022. That's my goal. So keep you posted and look for Meow Meow on bookshelves sometime in 2022. Write out your goals too, my friends. Like I said, every year I have a goal book. I write down the weekly goals and I write a goal for the year. I do keep a journal also. And at the end of every day, I write what went right and what could I have done differently. So keep that in mind as you create. Just creating is always good. Whether you're drawing, singing, writing, acting, whatever it is, keep at it. Keep at it. And focus on that one thing. Learn it, live it, breathe it. Just keep getting better at it every day. Work on it. Even if it's for 2 minutes, do something towards it. Because I've been thinking too of my previous guest, Rodini Almanasi, while I'm doing this. What did he say? Do it till it can't be done. That's been going through my head too. Keep doing a little more, add a little more shade, add a little more color. What I am also thinking is, what is the same artist like me doing that I'm not doing? So I have to think that way too. Like if they're staying up later than me, or if they're adding more color, or they're putting in more time, I have to think, well, I have to outdo that person, because that means they're getting closer to the goal than me, and I don't want to be left in the wind there. Because 51. I'm not as young as I was. Doing this at 20, I may have had more time to make more mistakes, but I try to make less mistakes and get things done a little more efficiently, because time is of the essence. As I've seen, many people younger than me have died, and it's scary, and I don't want to be that person. And I hope you guys are the same way. You want to do your thing, get creative, and enjoy your life that you are living. So, that's my remaining recap of this year, 2021. It'll be in the books December 31st. So, yeah. Enjoy. Have a happy new year, everybody. And I will see you in 2022. Could the slogan be something like 2022 is the year for you? I'd like to think so. Maybe it is the year for you. Maybe this is the time for you to focus on that one thing and create it. Bring it out into the world. Figure it out. Work it out. Get better at it. And do your thing. Because your art does matter. Always does. So make it count. Do what you need to do to get your creations out into the world. It's a great thing. The world needs the art. It definitely does, especially this time. A new year, new starts. So that should do it. Thank you for listening to me for this time, and I will see you next year, everybody. Happy New Year. And no matter where you go, let that creativity flow.